Hello everyone, this is Thugruck, and today I'm giving you a tanking demonstration for Fistful of Silver, level 15. This is the advanced tanking demonstration. I'll be doing fancier pulls and larger pulls that will enable you as a tank to carry lower DPS through the map and still finish on time, even though you have low DPS. So for this boss, you'll need a black monk staff swap, and other than that, you just need your regular skip set. Everything's on CC duration. Alright, to start things off, we are eating food. We're going to poison these mobs, Q this mob here, and hopefully people invis. Alright, so poisoning that mob, you Q this one, then you roll past these guys, you bring them back together with your helmet, and E them when they're all clumped. After that, you do 4 auto attacks, 3, 4, snare, Q, and walk away. For anyone who's unaware, the range of your auto attack for your own character is longer than the auto attack range for these thieves. So you can actually auto attack them while they're snared without taking any damage. Alright, next we're just going to pull these guys and E them, Q them and build up to 4 auto attacks, snare them, Q again. We're going to have silver gatherers coming from both directions, so when they get here, you're going to enfeeble and Q them so that you have the aggro. Just snare them and walk away. Assassins are not snared anymore, so you stun them. 4 auto attacks, snare, and walk away. For this next pull, you're looking for a patrol down here. You want to poison him while he's out of range of the barrel, but still in range of the other assassin. Bring them all up here, and E them when they're nice and clumped. Q them, build up to 4 auto attacks. Snare, walk away. While they're snared, you're walking down here watching their debuff timer. You can pick up this mob here, and bring him back to the rest of the group. They're going to come out of the snare or they'll die. Yeah, the DPS is really good here again. So, the mobs died too quickly for me to group the silver gatherer up with them. After that, you hug this corner here to avoid the screamer. You Q these guys and roll in this direction. Once they clump up here, we're actually going to use enfeeble, snare, and Q. And by doing that, you save your E timer so you can go into the next pull immediately. For this, we're going to Q these mobs and poison the assassin as he comes around the corner. Stun them while they're all standing together. After a couple auto attacks, drop your enfeeble because you're about to take some damage, and snare them. Yeah, I don't know why he pulled those. Alright, for the next pull I just queued the 2 silver gatherers and I'm dragging them all the way over here. I'll body pull this and roll so they're all clumped together and E them. Build up to 4 auto attacks. Snare. And actually here I'm gonna grab this mob also. So normally you would just wait for the patrol to be next to the archer initially and then do them all together that way. But I saw as I walked over here, the patrol was walking away from the archer, so we were about to have to wait a really long time. For the next pull you need your poison cooldown. You're gonna poison this mob here and roll past these guys and then E back into them, using your roll and your E to dodge most of the auto attacks. So poison, roll the first auto attack, and then E back in. Ooh, I missed the iframe on a lot of them. But after that you build up to 4 auto attacks, snare, and you use your helmet for the sniper shot. Whoops. Alright, for this next one, you're just going to body pull. Initially you'll roll, or pull them off to the side and then roll back in so they clump a little bit nicer. So by doing that you pull the archer just a little bit to the east so that they clump nicer for you. And I used my helmet during that pull, so now I need to interrupt the sniper shot with snare instead of just using my helmet to iframe it. For the next pull, you're looking for this patrol. You want the patrol to be up in the corner, almost off the screen there. And then you'll walk through this assassin and roll the first set of auto attacks up there in the corner that's up there. So once this patrol walks away, I'll show you. So he's getting far away. If I walk up there now, I'll still pull him. But now I'm good. So I walk past, shoes, and then I E to stun them all together. Q and 4 auto attacks. Snare, Q, and helmet the sniper shot. While they're off my screen, if I get too close right now, the snipers will do an ability at me. So I'm just selecting them and watching the debuff bar. These guys are about to die, so I won't waste my E on them. For this next pull, you're going to group everything together over here. So waiting for the patrol to come up here, I'm going to poison this guy, walk up, body pull those, and then roll the first auto attack, helmet to dodge more auto attacks, and then E them all together. Dodge the auto, helmet, and E. I missed one of the healers, so I placed my Bridge Watch cape in a position that would get the healer who wasn't stunned. Still watching the debuff bar. They're about to be done, no longer snared, so walk in, E them. Alright, here you're going to poison this healer when he's at the end of his patrol route over here. Body pull these guys, roll down for the first auto attack, and use your helmet for the second set of auto attacks while they're still clumping, and then you'll stun them all together with your E. So roll, helmet, E. Q them, build up to 3 auto attacks, and enfeeble. Q them again, you're waiting for the snipers to do their ability, and then you 4th auto attack and snare. Snare's running out, so you walk back in. Mobs are almost dead, so I won't waste my E. Alright, this is kind of unlucky. You want the archer to be grouped with the fat guy off to the north here. Alright, so poison those silver gatherers there, roll past them, and use your helmet until they're clumped, then E them when they're all together. Q, build up to 3 auto attacks. You're waiting for the sniper to do his ability. Then you interrupt it with your snare. The sniper will be CC'd longer than the fat guy, but that's okay. He'll just do his ability as soon as he comes over. So you don't need to waste an ability on him. Alright, after that, poison the silver gatherer up there and walk around so you can walk into this assassin. Roll into the rest of the mobs here, stun them, and start auto attacking. And I messed up. See if I die here. Alright, it looks like we're good. So that one can be tricky sometimes because the fat guys will stun you before you can get to 4 auto attacks. So it might be better actually to just do 3 auto attacks and then snare so that you get out safely. Alright, then after this, yeah, I guess we can skip. While I'm here, I'm just waiting for the patrol mage to come down. I'll poison the mage and group them together with these here. And then after I stun them, I won't Q them or auto attack or anything. I'll just go up here, Q those guys, and then group all 5 of them together. Alright, here comes the mage. So I walk around, poison, roll the first auto attack, stun them all together, then I come over here, Q those guys. Now I come over here, auto attack and enfeeble, snare, and then use your helmet to get away. just waiting on our poison cooldown. We're going to poison this guy up here and body pull these and group them up all down here. Roll the first auto attack. Soldier helmet until they're clumped. I missed one of them, but that's okay. Use a bridge watch cape on him. 4 auto attack snare. And actually right here, you're outside of their auto attack range while also being far enough away from the patrolling mobs to avoid luring them. For the next pull, we're going to pull these two mobs, and this assassin all together. And we're just waiting for the archer up here to move, and we're also waiting for him to be in this corner here. So we'll poison that mob there, roll the first auto attack, and then soldier helmet. E them when they're all clumped. Q, 4 auto attacks. 3, 4, snare. Q and walk away. Now we're watching their snare debuff. Again, the fat guy always comes out of snare first. That's okay. Just wait until everything else is done being snared and then group them back together. That way you're min-maxing the amount of time your DPS have to kill the mobs before you start using your defensives. For this next pull here, it's going to be a chain pull. So you're going to start with your E, Q them in 4 auto attacks, 2, 3, 4, snare, and Q again. Ideally, the healer comes to top you off. Perfect. So you pull these, and you roll. Come all the way down here, and you enfeeble the mage. If you have worse DPS than I have, the mage will still be alive. Bring all the mobs together, E them, and then snare. For the boss, I swapped to cooldown reduction passive on the boots and toughness on the other equipment. I start off the boss by just using my BMSE and spamming Q. As soon as the E runs out, I W. And then once the W debuff runs out, I'll E again. That way the boss is always debuffed and you're not taking as much damage as you would be if you weren't debuffed. Anytime the fire pit spawns, just move the boss away from it. You don't want the DPS to have any accidents that results in deaths. Alright, so now the sniper shot is starting. You're going to save enfeeble for your healer, just so that he gets more damage reduced and it's easier for him to survive. Enfeeble for the healer. When you're tanking this and you're using enfeebles for your healer, it's important that you stand in a royal jacket after you use your enfeeble, because otherwise you won't have the ability available the next time the healer needs it. If there's ever a time where you don't have enfeeble available for your healer, you can combo your W and your E at the same time, and it should be enough for the healer to survive. I get salty when other people hit me with the burn, so I just did a pretty big no-no as a tank. I put the burn on one of the DPS's because he put it on me. But I don't know. I feel like it's justified. But you can get away with this boss doing only 2 DPS, and like you don't need the third one. But yeah, so that's a level 15 Fistful with some advanced pulls that will help you to carry low DPS to the end of the map on time. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you learned a few pulls, and see you out there in hardcore expeditions.